to stay.
Here to stay!
We are here to stay. We are here to stay.
We are very, very fortunate to have you, and we're glad you didn't go to the others. I'm glad you didn't become a pink lady at the hospital or whatever. So, we're happy to have you here. Yes. Okay, and we look forward to seeing you touring and doing workshops.
It's been a pleasure getting to know all of you. This is watching the first docent class go through, and it's been very exciting to me. And kind of getting to know you, I look forward to getting to know you better next year when you're doing tours and doing the workshop. The spotlight tours that I did get to hear were excellent, and I'm really proud that you're going to be representing them.
So I just encourage you all, you graduates, to volunteer to be mentors, because you are the ones who, you know, have it fresh in your mind, and also the feelings, emotions, and everything else. So that's all. I just want to thank everybody for their.
So it's really great to have the new graduates. I welcome you very much to the Award Docent program. I hope you're here forever and ever, because we will be, and we want you to be.
We're here, Melanie and I, to honor a very special docent with a very special honor. And this lady has been with us since 1992, and she has worn many hats. She has been the treasurer, she's been the secretary, she has been membership chair, she has done extensive work in the library, and I'm not done. She has also toured the annex, which is on 2nd Street when we had the videos there, and also the Anderson House when the videos were there. She's toured that, and that to me is a major achievement, because when the videos were here, that was the worst time for me. I couldn't wrap my head around it, but she could. And so also I just want to say that when I first was in training and I met this lady, I just pictured her as wearing a big hoop skirt, walking through the plantation. Because of her grace and her sweet voice. And so I still have that fantasy. All right, Mel, you take over.
Here at the museum we have, for the new trainees who might not be as aware of this, we have a membership category, and it's called honorary. In order to be an honorary member, you need to have been here for at least 10 years, be a current member in good standing, and be no longer active on a regular basis with docent tasks. And then you also need to receive the affirmation of the Docent Council governing board to attain this honorary status. So when I mentioned it to the docent board or some of the docent board about, I thought this person would be perfect for this category, everyone's response was, well, what's not to honor? Oh, well, you know, what's not to honor about this person? I'm not going to keep you in suspense if you haven't guessed already. We're honoring Dorcas McCormick this morning. A couple more words, then I'll present her with her honorary badge. I did a little bit of research, you know, maybe you don't. In the newsletter, I kind of picked a word. I picked a word for my life this year. I love words, and I love researching words, and obviously speaking words. I have a lot of words to say. I kind of looked a little bit into the word honor and what that meant, and what we're really talking about when we say honor. And I pulled out a few descriptors of that word that I think fit Dorcas to a T, and I also think in saying this that she represents the best of what we are as docents, and that all of us possess some of this, and all of us strive for these attributes, and I think these attributes are what keep us cohesive as a group, and really loving this place and loving this group, even though from time to time we might bug the crap out of each other. So, you know, we're all human. But I think these are the some of the things that hold us together, and Dorcas, you represent these to a T. I would say integrity, that we all try to do the right thing, even when in our humanness we mess it up a lot. There's a lot of integrity, Dorcas. I think of that. You strive for the right thing always. Commitment, which is something that we are committed to, I think, this place and each other. And that, Dorcas, you have committed several years of your life to us and to this organization and enhanced it in your commitment. And the other thing I think is humor, which we all need just to get through the day, and humor and grace, which I think go hand in hand. If you don't have any humor, it's pretty hard to be gracious about life. There's a lot of things that pop up that are really challenging, and Dorcas is facing some challenges now. She's going to be leaving this area to relocate in Louisiana. She has a new home there near her children, which is going to be the joy of her life and probably the challenge of your life. We all want that, you know, it's like, oh, miss my grandkids. Everything's a yin-yang. So she is going to, for the time being at least, keeping her home here in Seal Beach and hopes to be coming back from time to time and visiting us. I hope that you'll feel free to come anytime and drop in on us. You'll be getting all the news in the newsletter and everything else and all the docent doing. So if you wouldn't mind coming up, Dorcas, I'd just like to send you the badge. It is my honor to honor you in this way.
It's not what we put into it, but I have gotten so much from this group, and you mean so much to me, and I'm very excited to see this new graduating class because I know that the tradition is going to be carried on with the new ones. And thanks to the docent leaders, past and the present, because I have watched over the 20-some years this group grow and set into a new direction, and I'm just very, very proud and honored. Thank you. And kind of, well, I was going to say speechless, but I'm not. It is not. So I'll gather up my hoop skirt.
I want to thank Dorcas, who knew for a long time, and I consider you a friend. And I'm very happy you're in my life. And Dorcas became treasurer again this year, or last year, and we meet the first Friday of the month to go over the budget. But to me, it was more exciting that I got to see you and we got to chat. It was like my little break from the world, and we would sit there and we would just talk about our lives. And I just wanted to let you know that it was more of my friendship date than my budget date. Okay. So thanks to Dorcas for everything.
This is another outstanding group of trainees now graduating into docentship. I know. But I have to thank all of the docents because you are just wonderful role models. And I think Bianca would agree that it's pretty easy to train people who want to be here when they have such wonderful role models. And Bianca, you do an outstanding job anyway, and I think we need to give you a real big applause. And she's excited about being here. She showed us her ability to tour when she did her graduation talk. I was very proud of you. I look forward to many years of seeing you here and participating with you and all the good things the museum itself.
But Judy is what I guess we can call a boomerang docent. Because Judy was a docent with us before my time and has traveled and lived far and wide. But she's back and we're happy to have her back. And that speaks a lot for Judy's commitment and her interest in education and the museum. And it also speaks a lot for the program that she actually wanted to come back. So we welcome you back and look forward to getting to know you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jackie's energy and determination is very infectious. She did a wonderful job on her spotlight talk, and I was very proud of her. And she's going to be an asset to the museum, I'm sure. She's just dying to get going. After her talk, she was ready to sign up. Yay!
I'm really pleased to welcome Bob into our group. He's a most wise, witty, accomplished young man, as I think of. And in putting together some thoughts, I realized I'm an ex-accounting finance person, and now I can somewhat honestly say I have mentored the city auditor for Long Beach for 17 years. Okay. But now I have mentored this wise man who has had this exalted position, and that's halfway true, huh? Actually, when I got this assignment, I thought how nice we had this commonality of the financial background, and it turned out we had many things in common. One is we fell into our financial careers sort of by necessity and accident. Not by any choice, and here we are how many years later doing the same thing. And I also realized that Bob needs no mentoring. He is not afraid to speak his mind. I think
and I need a lot of help.
You need a lot of help. And certainly when I asked him, should we get together and talk about this speech? And he said, oh, well, just email me. So immediately I emailed, so he had my address, and I got back this 15 bullet points of fact. Spoken as a true financial person. So I was pleased to see that.
Well, what did I say in the PS, though? I said, you don't have to use any or all of these. But they're all true.
As I said, city auditor for Long Beach for the past 17 years. Wow. CPA, Navy commander, is that right?
Retired.
Active in civic organizations. What is it, the Gold
Star Mothers, yes.
Gold Star Mothers, and very interested his whole life in even accounting people can have a creative side, hopefully not mixed with accounting. But now we are both fitting into that picture. So welcome, Bob. I'm sure you're going to be great.
Anyway, Marlis, I nabbed Marlis at book club, to which she has never come back. So it's a real lucky day. But you know how you just meet people and you get feelings about people very early in the game. And I felt at that time that Marlis was smart and funny and intelligent, and I thought this would be good. And this has all proved to be very, very, very true. I think we're really lucky to have you. And your sense of humor and the laugh, we will never not know that you're in the area. Oh. and we just, I think it'll work beautifully in everything that you'll be doing with us. So I'm just pleased that you're here. Thank you. And that you hung tough and did a beautiful job, and you will continue to.
Thanks so much.
Really happy.
I met Marlene. I sought her out at that book group, and this is just a little background. And because she was someone I wanted to hang out with, and then she mentioned that she was reading The Book Thief, and I said, "Oh my God, that's one of my favorite novels in the universe." And she said, "Well, it's for," I said, "I want to come to that book group." And she said, "Well, you have to be a docent." I said, "Oh my God." I signed up on the waiting list at LACMA 4 years ago to be a docent. And it's so slow, it's so impacted. Never even got to the medium list, let alone the short list. So I said, oh my God, it was all meant to be. So I adore Marlene. I can count her as a friend. But there are so many of you who I'd like to know better. And especially Beverly. Oh no. Who sent me birthday greetings yesterday.
Oh,
we're
happy.
Our guests, you can kind of see why this is such a special place. for people to be. It's like we live for Thursdays. It's really a nice place to be. Joan, Connie, okay, come out. And Dorcas, do you want to join me? Dorcas is assigned to Joan for mentorship, but she's been so busy in Louisiana that I've had the privilege to be able to work with her, and it's just been wonderful getting to know her.
I appreciate you doing that. Why don't you do this?
Well,
But I She's very self-sufficient and very capable, and I appreciate her understanding my perspective. But I heard her thought I saw and wasn't incredible. She represents this new class very, very well. I wish you well.
Very nice.
Just that I'm not as flamboyant as some of the other docent trainees, but I'm going to really enjoy this. You're such a wonderful, friendly group. Thank you very much.
Well, this is with great pride I do this. One of the things that we discovered soon about us is we are both very busy people who keep running around in circles, and sometimes our circles coincide, right? But I hear so much mention of the spotlight presentations, and I think that is the final insight into what we're dealing with here. And I'm very proud to say she has a lot to contribute. Listening to her talk made me realize we have a real winner coming here. And if it's not this year, then maybe the following year. We're going to wait for you.
Okay. Well, what Susan is referring to is when I became a trainee, I didn't know that I was going to be moving. And on the 28th of this month, I'm moving up to Big Bear. So I may be a boomerang trainee. Come back again in 2 or 3 years and learn some more stuff. But I have just loved all that you have taught us, Bianca. It's been, when I go to museums now, I see things in a whole different light. It's been wonderful, and loved meeting many of you. And I feel like I've been taking, and I can't really give back yet, but maybe someday.
I wore tall shoes so I could reach her. LaDonna is a self-starter, as many of you saw at the Spotlight tours. She did a fabulous job. And a little background, she comes to us from Wisconsin, and you can understand why it's so cold and snowy back there. Yeah. And she came with her husband and cat, and 2 cats. Yes, mother and sister. Oh, sister. Don't forget that. Yes. Anyway, we're very glad to have her among our elite group. Congratulations to all of you. And congratulations especially to LaDonna, because it's more than just a docentship, a volunteer position. She bumped up, and now she's an employee. Welcome, the facilitator of the museum, LaDonna.
It gives me great pleasure to do this because I couldn't wait to be a mentor, to have some new trainee looking up to me. But just as it is in the program, when you're first training, you're giving, but you get so much more in return. Working with Carol gave me so much more than I put into her, because she was already skilled, she had the knowledge, she had the background, and she shared with me her deep appreciation and understanding of Keith Haring and some of his cronies. So it's been a great pleasure. I got to watch her tag team with a group of 5th graders, and at that point thought, if I hadn't already told her to shadow Nikki, I think at this point I'd be sitting down saying, take it. Her connection with the kids was absolutely amazing. The depth of her knowledge was incredible, and she's going to be a great addition to the docent group. So
Congratulations, Carol.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's okay.
See what I mean?
Nice.
Thanks. I just want to say Nancy's been a great mentor, and I'm really happy to be here. And this has been a great experience.
And it will be.
I want to congratulate Sherry on completing the Docent Training Program. She seems to be a real natural. I mean, she's enthusiastic. She's already jumped right in and has done tours. And I think before you even did your spotlight, you were tag teaming with Cam, and so she's done a wonderful job already. It's been fun. She has a lot of experience with children. She's a retired teacher. Yay, retired teacher. Yeah, a lot of them in this room. So I just think she's going to be such an asset to our program, and I welcome you. Thank you. And thank you for sharing your talents with us.
You're welcome. And thank you for stepping in for Pamela. And I'm just delighted to be among all your ranks. I mean, I'm really looking forward to this. This has just been a win-win. I love being here. I love meeting all of you. I love interacting with the kids. So I'm really excited to be a part of the program. And thank you all for letting me shadow.
Here you go, Tom. You've achieved it. When I first met Tom, right away I knew that I wouldn't really have a very big job as a mentor because he's a retired school teacher, and what we're doing here is teaching children. So right away I was like, cool, that part's covered. And then we went out to lunch together at the mentor lunch, and I found out he's an artist. I was like, wow, cool, I got that covered. So I know that he's ready to support us here at the Long Beach Museum of Art, and thank you very much for being here and for willing to do that. And I think what we can do to support him is to show up in the community when he has an art show or when there's an event that he tells us about. And we're going to support you, and we're very grateful that you're here to support us. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. First, I want to thank you for being a great mentor, and I just want to thank everybody for a wonderful training program. Even though I'm a teacher, I learned so much from it, and I think that we're all prepared now, we're all ready. So keep up the good work with the program. I think it's really, really good. And I'm very happy to be here, so thanks to everybody.
There's so much to say about Linda that I just don't know where to start. I'm going to start by saying that she's really witty. She has a great sense of humor, and she's a great listener. I know that for a fact because when we got together and she showed me the Kandinsky that she wanted to show for the Spotlight Tour, she says, well, tell me about it. So I told her about it, and she goes, no, tell me more. And I thought, oh, she's really listening. So it's going to be really good. And she has a way of looking at art that she looks at art from the inside, kind of a spiritual. Yeah, I noticed that. She looks at art from the inside. And I don't know if all of you know this, but she was an Amazing Woman of the Year in 2013. She was voted Amazing Woman of the Year for her work in health and wellness. And her work was with working with sick children and their families. So it's a new chapter in her life. She's going to be working with healthy children now. And I know she'll be great. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Libby has been a fabulous mentor. She was always there, always available and persistent. She kicked me with a soft knee, and we met a couple of times in different coffee houses, and I just knew I could depend on her, whenever I needed her expertise. Appreciated. And this has been the perfect place for me in my transition, because I retired February 28th, I told you that, from working with dying children and their families for the last 13 years as a hospice chaplain. And how cool when I read about this in December, or the Bluff newsletter, Mary Dawn put a blurb in the Bluff newsletter that goes through the internet, and I thought, Deanna, let's do this luncheon in January. So anyway, I plan, Deanna and I are not breaking up. She is moving to Big Bear, but I am also moving to Big Bear. And, but I will be able to come back a couple of times a month for several days. And so I do plan to be active. We'll see if we can work that out. So thank you so very much. And I must add, I've been involved in volunteer programs in terms of training some, and this is an absolutely amazing, amazing program that you've put together. Just like perfect.
Oh, wow.
I remember back in February when Mitzi gathered all her mentors, and she had the potential of this huge trainee class. And was she going to gather enough mentors? And whatever the outcome, she was going to work her magic. And I think we can all attest that she is a magician. She paired everybody up with the perfect person. And thank you for pairing me with Grace. From the very first time Grace and I met down on 2nd Street at Pandora, I was so struck by her passion and enthusiasm for this program. And she'd already had her artist picked for her spotlight talk. And I thought, well, just like Suzanne's, this is going to be easy. But we talked for over an hour that day, where we had quite a bit in common. Adult children, about the same age. New little grandchildren that were the light of our lives. And our passion for pearls. But she's not wearing any pearls today. She won on the height spectrum, a little different there, but it's been so much fun getting to know her. And most recently, we've been doing our catching up, passing each other at 6:45 in the morning as she's coming back from her walk with her husband, Kevin, and her dog, and I'm heading out on my walk with my friends. So we she leads a very busy life as a realtor, and I think we are so lucky to have such a diverse group of people with different interests that they bring to the table and make us the special group that we are. So congratulations.
For all of your hard work.
I'd like to thank this class. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank all of the docents. Our education programs would not be anything without your help. I'm very grateful for all the time you volunteer for us, and also for all the friendship that you give all of our staff as well. So thank you all. Thank you, Susan, for all your help. And thank you, Nancy,
Yes,
for all
and
your
thank
help
you, Nancy,
too,
for
not
your
letting
support.
me go crazy this year. And then I want to thank the Docent Board, our Docent President. Thank you very, very much. So thank you all, docents. I have a couple announcements. One, I'm bringing out the sign-up, so you can go on ahead. You're officially graduated, go on ahead, you can sign up, I'll put it up. Okay. We need someone for tomorrow, especially. So if you can